Hello everyone. Hope you're all well. Before I put my legend, I wanted to actually say a big congratulations to James Anderson of England for getting to 700 wickets, the first fast bowler in the history of cricket to take 700 wickets, and that is a fantastic achievement. He has been always been an excellent bowler. I mean, ever since he was young, he probably has got one of the best outswingers that I've ever seen, and totally unplayable on a pitch that really helps fast bowlers. I mean, and the way he has played so many matches, I mean, the amount of years that he has survived as a fast bowler is stunning because normally fast bowlers get burned out, a lot of injuries. So, really well done to Anderson for the amount of years he has played and obviously the number of wickets he has taken as well. I mean, it's just amazing and a big example to a lot of youngsters coming up. And also a big congratulations to Ravichandran Ashwin for taking 500 wickets as an Indian spinner. Also played his 100th match, and also well done to Jaiswal for his two double centuries. Rohit Sharma getting a couple of hundreds as well, and even Sarfraz had a good series with the bat. Tolly Pope as well in one of the test matches he batted well, and so well done to Indian team as well. I mean, after losing the first test to come back and win 4-1 is a big achievement. Today, my legend is Zaheer Abbas of Pakistan, who was called the Asian Bradman, and he was born 24th July 1947 in Pakistan. Obviously, he's from Pakistan, and he is regarded as one of the finest batsmen in the history of cricket, and he's one of the rare cricketers who actually played with the spectacles, like Clive Lloyd. And Zahir Abbas is the only Asian to have scored 100 first class hundreds till today. He has played 78 test matches and he scored 5,062 runs at an average of 44.79, and he scored 13 hundreds, and his highest score was a 274, which came in his second test match that he played after his debut against England. And one day internationals, he played 62 one day internationals and he scored more than 2,500 runs and had a healthy average of 47.6 for almost 48 runs average in one day internationals, and he scored 700s as well, and his highest was 123. And in first class cricket, he had a long stint with Gloucestershire in England, and he scored almost 35,000 runs in first class cricket with a stunning 108 first class centuries. That is what that made him the first Asian and still the only Asian batsman to have scored 100 first class hundreds. And he also had a record in 1982-83. He became the first batsman in the history of cricket to score three consecutive one-day international century. So that is a record that he will always have, the first batsman to do that. And he had a very good outing with Gloucestershire. And in 1976 and 1981, in those two seasons, he actually scored more than 2,000 runs in the single season. So he was a very productive, high scorer for Gloucestershire, and he really piled on the runs against when he batted well. In some series, he used to score more than 700 runs, 809, even 950 runs once in the tour. I mean, he actually has an excellent average, I mean, of 87 against India, and he has scored 600s against India, which is shows that he was an excellent player of the spin bowling as well. I've heard so much about Zaheer Abbas from Sunil Gavaskar, Wasim Akram, Javad Miandar, Ramesh Raja all talk a lot about Zaheer Abbas, and he was widely respected. He was also the captain of Pakistan for a short while, for a couple of years. And Sunil Gavaskar once said in the commentary box, which is very funny, he said when Zaheer Abbas used to bat, the Indian players used to say Zahir Abbas Karo, which means, I mean, they split the word Abbas into Abbas Karo, which means stop it now. Ab means now, bus means stop, Karo means obviously do. I'm just telling to people who are probably listening from South Africa, I mean, Abbas Karo means stop it now. So the Indian players were telling him to stop it now, because and Sunil Gavaskar was referring to how free he used to score. Abbaskar obviously is in Hindi, Indian language, so Indian players were telling him to stop because of how freely he used to score his runs. He also has a record. He used to have a record from 1982 until 2015. He held the record for the most runs by any batsman in a four-match bilateral series. He scored 346 runs, and it was broken. He held that record for so many years, 15 plus 18, 33 years. He held that record, and it was broken by Hashim Amla of South Africa in 2015. So that is another record that Zahir Abbas held. And Zahir Abbas did was the match referee for a few matches after his retirement, and he was also a manager for the national team. And actually, in 2015, he was selected. He was elected as the president of the ICC, International Cricket Council, and he was the third cricketer after Colin Cowdrey and Clyde Walcott of West Indies to become the ICC president, the third cricketer to do so. So that was another achievement of Zahir Abbas. And he was widely respected around the world. I've also heard actually Ian Chappell talk a lot about Zahir Abbas and how good he was. He was really good of the flick shot. I've heard flick shot was good. And I've even seen him play live because he played till the late 80s. He did play mid 80s, late 80s. I have seen him play mid 80s with the glasses, and he was a very elegant batsman as well. And it was like very easygoing, easy on the eye. Zahir Abbas, a very elegant, good looking player he was with all the shots, and he was very good of the flick shot, glance off the legs. He was very good. And he was very good against spin, obviously. I mean, otherwise he wouldn't average 87 versus India in test matches and scoring 600s against India as well. So that is my video on Zahir Abbas. And another thing, Zahir Abbas has also scored 4 double centuries in his life. And only Yunus Khan and Javed Miandad of Pakistan have scored more double centuries than Zahir Abbas in international test matches. And there's another, I almost forgot it, another record that Zahir Abbas has. He's the only player to have scored a century and a double century in a first class match 4 times. And he did that, and on those 8 occasions, obviously 4 times, I'm talking about 2 innings per 4 matches, it's 8 innings. All those 8 innings, he was not out as well. So I'm just repeating, he's the only player in the history of cricket who has scored a century and a double century in a first class match 4 times. He did that 4 times, and on all 8 occasions, he was not out as well. So that is another great record that Zahir Abbas has, and probably it will be hard to break that as well. So Zahir Abbas, another record that he had, and he, like I said in the beginning, he was called the Asian Bradman. So if someone had to be referred as a Asian Bradman, you can imagine the amount of respect people had for him and the amount of runs he used to score and how free scoring he was. I mean, he could have played more test matches, he could have scored more runs, but still he scored more than 5,000 runs in test matches, and from what he played, he really made a mark on international cricket, and that is why he is regarded as one of the finest batsmen in the history of cricket, and definitely one of the Pakistani legends without any doubt. I mean, he is widely respected in Pakistan, and even players like Javed Miandad, Imran Khan looked up to Zahir Abbas when they came into the team. So that is my video on Zahir Abbas, who is one of the finest batsmen of all time and one of the great Pakistani batsmen that they have produced, who used to pile on the runs and is the only Asian batsman to score 100 first-class hundreds, and really used to pile on the runs. Thank you so much for joining in, and take care, and God bless you.